What's up, guys? So, I was told yesterday that I need to make my videos more alive. I get it. My life isn't that interesting. But I love to make videos. So, in order to make something different today, I'll be talking about a little bit of news. So, in case you don't know, in Ferguson, Missouri, I believe. Yeah, Missouri. There's a town called Ferguson. There is a lot of stuff that's going on that's really going to change the way we look at the nation in general. What happened was a young man was shot 6 times by a young black man, because this is the whole reason why it's happening. A young black man was shot 6 times by a white cop. Now you may be saying, well, that happens a lot. Why is it anytime this different? Well, the people of Ferguson decided to take to the streets in protest, which is fine. It's perfectly fine for for people in the U.S. to protest as long as it's peaceful. So even when they were protesting, things with the cops got a little bit angsty, I guess. Angsty. It got a little crazy. Cops were arming themselves with dogs and guns and such like that, keeping the protesters away from certain areas of the city. So then there were riots, which I don't condone in any single way. But this is all my opinion. I should come out and say this is all my opinion on the whole thing. None of this should be taken, true. Just my opinion. Most of it's true information, but just a lot of it's my own feedback. So, rioting. I don't condone it. Rioting happened and some buildings were burned down, some places were robbed. And the media has really done a good job to make the people of Ferguson look like the bad people. But the people of the internet, we really can see through all that. And we realize that this is not the case. So, as of lately, there have been a lot more protests, a lot more. It's just been ongoing for the last couple weeks. But yesterday is when things got really crazy. So the governor of Missouri, I can't remember his name, declared a state of emergency. So he sent the National Guard, and he added a curfew to the town. So the curfew is everybody should be in their houses at 12 to 6 a.m., I believe, or it might be 5 a.m., but I believe it's 6 a.m. So people who went peacefully to their houses they did. And then there's other people who decided to riot throughout the night. And yet people who are part of this protest woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning when they were allowed to leave their houses and helped clean up all the mess to these buildings and such. They're really trying just to show that they're protesting for their own right. They're not trying to. They don't want the media just to see the rioting and think that everybody who's doing protest is rioting. So anyway, so these people have been bombarded with tear gas, rubber bullets, every non-lethal way of violence has been used. And now, since the National Guard's there's people with assault rifles, high-powered rifles. They're called assault vehicles. They're very heavily armored vehicles. They're not tanks, but they're very armored. And things are just getting a little bit crazy if you think about it. That we haven't seen anything like this since I can't remember what state it was, but it was the segregation of schools. There was actually an incident where a bunch of students got shot by the National Guard. And so you got to remember this is kind of like history repeating itself. This is why it's important to know history, so that this stuff doesn't happen anymore. I guess all I'm trying to say is that I pray for I don't really pray. I hope that the people in Ferguson can stick with what they believe is true. And I hope that the cops don't take advantage of their position. I guess what I'm saying. Anyway, the autopsy came out from the guy who was shot. He had a bullet wound on the top of his head, so that basically means that he was surrendering before he was shot. So that's going to be a big deal when the FBI finishes their investigation. I hope, honestly, I don't know what's happening with these riots and stuff like that. I don't know what's going on right now, but I would like to see justice for this guy. And I guess he stole some cigars, but that was like 2 days prior or a day prior. And the media was using that to make him look bad, which I think is stupid. But
Stealing doesn't equal a death sentence.
Right, stealing doesn't equal a death sentence. I didn't say it, but he was shot 6 times, and they're saying that 2 of the bullets, one or two of the bullets, actually went through the top of his head. So that means he was surrendering before he was shot and killed. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Say hi. Come on. Don't be like that. Why are you?
Tell them, King.
Say hi to the viewers.
Tell them to fuck off.
Look what you're doing to your scratch post. Look what you're doing to it. You're destroying the scratch post. Kane. Say hello. Say hello.
No,
Say
King.
hello. Hey guys, so I will take into consideration what somebody told me yesterday. I am going to really try and make my videos more upbeat, more positive and such like that. The last few days have been really slow. I've been going through a lot, so yeah. Anyway, hope you guys had a wow. Butcher my outro. Hope you had a fantastic day. Hope you had a safe evening, morning, afternoon, night. And as always, I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay guys, I don't know if you can see anything, but all that dust in the air, that's sand, that's dirt, that's dust. And then we have a lot of wind and some rain coming down. It's getting pretty intense, guys. I've already gotten hit with some rocks. I got sand in my eye, but I just wanted to show you guys how crazy the weather is right now. I don't even know if you guys can hear me, but it's getting pretty intense. God. There goes the cops. There goes the cops. So something happened, but it is getting intense out here. Can you hear the tinging on the top here? Those are all the berries from the ficus trees on the other side of the building. It might be rain, but I doubt it's hail. No, it's berries from this tree right here. But my camera's getting wet, so I just wanted to show you guys a quick clip of how crazy it is out here.